The University of Rwanda College of Education, in collaboration with Rwanda Basic Education, have undertaken a training of 4 level-based CPD modules that have been developed for primary and secondary school teachers in all districts. These CPDs are organized into 4 subjects, including Pedagogy and Instruction, Measurement and Assessment, Inclusive Education, and Self-Awareness and Values Formation. The 4 modules have been developed, validated, and uploaded on REB e-learning platform to enable a large number of Rwandan teachers to acquire knowledge, skills, attitudes, and values they need for improving their teaching profession in Rwanda. This CPD program aims to train a targeted population of 3,000 in-service primary and secondary school teachers. Upon completion of these courses, successful candidates will be awarded a continuous professional development diploma in Quality Inclusive Education. These professional development activities aim to equip teachers with the knowledge, skills, and attitudes to address the complex challenges within the teaching and learning environment that is increasingly changing and becoming more complex. The program is financially supported by the Rwanda Quality Basic Education for Human Capital Development Project, which received an additional $10 million from the Global Partnership for Education Fund through the World Bank in order to implement a subcomponent 4.1 that is for optimizing and implementing remote approaches for continued learning, well-being, and resilience. As noted by Dr. Gonzaga Habinshuti, the coordinator of this project, subcomponent 4.1, the main goal of the project is to support the national COVID-19 response plan for continued learning by presenting overwhelming evidence pointing to CPDs being a part of the solution to overcome the teacher retention crisis. During the phase of face-to-face sessions, the participants were first inducted to the CPD program, academic program, and expectation. With the facilitation of IT team, they were introduced to the blended learning mode, which has been scheduled to be the delivery mode of the courses. With the REB e-learning platform, they were guided on how to log in and create a class, lessons, and enroll students and other online learning operations. With the module of Pedagogy and Instruction, primary school teachers were introduced to a number of knowledge, qualities, skills, and responsibilities necessary for a teacher in a school and the frame through which they need to go to become an effective teacher. In fact, teaching is founded on behaviorism to shape learners' behavior, cognitivism to develop intellectual abilities, constructivism to allow learners build or construct their own knowledge, which is meaningful, and social learning as education is by nature a social activity. On the other side, motivation, activity, concretization, individualization, progression, cooperation, and transform have been highlighted as the basic teaching and learning principles.
Creating teaching and learning resources in an innovative way, but also in an affordable manner by both the school and the teacher. Isn't it? Yes. Also very important is all about what we call organizational skills. When you enter the classroom, you have 40 minutes. And in 40 minutes, you have to introduce the vision, new lesson, and before exiting the class, you have to conduct evaluation. So, organization is all about how do you align tasks, or activity with the imparted child. How do you group the students? How do you ensure that everybody is actively participating? Interpersonal skills. Interpersonal skills. Yes. A teacher is somebody who can communicate. A teacher is somebody who can demonstrate kind of empathy. Empathy. Oh, you have been sick. Oh, poor. Yes. Why are you saying poor to the child? Because you need to demonstrate that you are also human. You are also human. Leadership skills and teamwork skills. Why am I saying this? You know, it does happen that in the class, there is a student who hardly associates with others. But also there is some students who, because of their special qualities, are ready to associate with any other student in the class. So, you need to make sure that you develop these teamwork skills. Teamwork skills. Because again, the students do not come to school to compete. Students come to school also to collaborate. So it's not about, I want to be the first. No. In the society, we need each other. We need each other. So teamwork skills are very important. Time management skills, computer and ICT skills. I mentioned this. Also, very important. Conflict resolution skills. Do you say mukubite? No. As a teacher, you are always any conflict resolution. Especially in lower classes. Is it true? Yes. So you need to have all these skills. That's why a teacher is somebody who should be really grounded, whose skills should go beyond being just somebody who is imparting knowledge, but somebody who is creating harmony in the class. So, now that we have projected these skills, assuming these skills operate as a mirror, you know, sometimes when you have come for a function like this one, you go, you perform, check on your hairs, whether they look smart, and so forth. In fact, you are saying, do I appear the way I would want to appear in the public? If your hairs do not look fine, then you say, no, let me rush to the hair salon so that they make my hairs fine. They put makeup. Unfortunately, this time around, because of the face mask. Isn't it? We are saving some money, isn't it? We are saving some money for men, for women, because of the face mask. But again, why am I saying this? Those skills would appear as the mirror of who we should appear or how we should look as teachers. Now, let us assess ourselves vis-a-vis the mirror that we projected. In this activity, you are requested to assess yourself and indicate what knowledge and skills you already have that make you a good teacher. Even in Rwanda we say, Ahumi. So are there some knowledge and skills that you can evaluate yourself and say, I'm good at this? In column A. And the knowledge and skills you miss, this is what I have. This is what I miss. Put in the column B. Then if you have the student manual, which is on the learning platform, you can consult page 11. But if you don't have it yet, there is no harm. So let us again go back in our small group in the pairs, create two columns. Column A, what do we have as skills? What do we have as knowledge? In the column B, what do we miss? What do we have come in other ways to look for? Isn't it? What we miss among these things. Maybe you can say, yes, I'm good at this, ATC, but maybe vis-a-vis the assessment you are doing now, you are going to realize that, I'm missing that one. I'm missing that one. Try to be objective. Try to be objective as much as you can. So let us go back in our respective groups, do a table Column A, what we recognize to be best at in terms of knowledge and skills. Column B, what we recognize, what we recognize to be our weaknesses in terms of knowledge and skills, and which we want to develop during this training or even in the future.
They said that integrated education is ordinary school system. Is that it is like our schools we are working from, which is not adjusted to accommodate learners with special educational needs. It means that we are telling the children to come to school, and we are saying that our school is welcoming all children to come to school, but we are requiring them to change themselves so that they can fit in the system we are working with. It means that their children are going to find the solutions so that they can learn like other students. There is no need of changing the system we are using, changing of teaching approach, changing the school environment, changing school accessibility and so forth. So, like this one, you see, you see this is stairs, and this is a top door. So it means that maybe we are receiving child with who are using a wheelchair.
As far as inclusive education is concerned, trainees were introduced to key concepts used in inclusive education, golden rules of inclusive education, the basics of inclusive education, special educational needs identification, assessment and intervention. They learned how to respond to different special needs, educational needs, alternative communication skills such as the basics in braille and tactile resources, and the development of accessible teaching and learning materials. Participants also got the opportunity to learn Rwandan Sign Language. As far as the module of measurement and assessment is concerned, primary school teachers learned that teaching and learning is a process of bringing desirable behavioral changes in the individuals and determining the achievement of those desirable behaviors. A teacher who deals with any subject should assess learning based on clearly stated instructional objectives, ensure that assessments are fair, reliable, objective, and well administered. In the interest of secondary school teachers, facilitators introduced them to key concepts like measurement, assessment, evaluation, testing and examination, competence-based assessment. They gain insight into the importance of measurement, assessment, and evaluation in teaching and learning, and types of assessment. They were also briefed on the domains of instructional objectives that guide teaching and learning assessment, how the domains of instructional objectives are applied in competence-based assessment, and assessment tools for effective assessment of student learning.
Explain what is measurement, what is assessment, and the importance, and should be able to explain the concept used in assessment and identify types, levels, and techniques of assessment. Okay? Then in 10 minutes, you are going to explain these 3 activities. In your own words, how do you understand the assessment? What is assessment? What is measurement? What is evaluation? And define it in your own words. You should not. You don't have to Google. I know some people have to Google. When we say assessment, what does it mean? Let us brainstorm. Assessment. Assessment means. Who has an idea on what assessment means? We've been saying assessment since morning. The module is measurement and assessment. So what is assessment, what is measurement, and what is evaluation? Yes?
Assessment is a tool which is used to measure or to find out if your plan has achieved.
Assessment is a tool. Is it an object? Huh? Or it is a series of maybe what?
Yeah, I can define assessment as a process of assessing the learner's performance.
As a process of assessing learners' performance. The problem is that you bring in again. The answer is correct, but you are assessing is a process of assessment is a process of assessing. How can you define assessing? No, in other words. Yes? Often, what he said, what he said is true. But try to explain the assessing. Yes?
Also, I can define it as a process of collecting information which can show you the level of performance.
Exactly. It's a process of collecting information on students' learning achievements. As simple as that.
Teaching and learning is a process of bringing desirable behavioral changes in the individuals and determining the achievement of those desirable behaviors. A teacher who deals with any subject should assess learning based on clearly stated instructional objectives, ensure that assessments are fair, reliable, objective, and well administered. Primary school teachers need to take good note of this with regard to measurement and assessment. Primary school teachers learned that teaching and learning is a process of bringing desirable behavioral changes in the individuals and determining the achievement of those desirable behaviors. A teacher who deals with any subject should assess learning based on clearly stated instructional objectives, ensure that assessments are fair, reliable, objective, and well administered. Regarding secondary school teachers, they were introduced to key concepts like measurement, assessment, evaluation, testing and examination, competence-based assessment. They gained insight into the importance of measurement, assessment, and evaluation in teaching and learning and the types of assessment. They were also briefed on the domains of instructional objectives that guide teaching and learning assessment, how the domains of instructional objectives are applied, and in competence-based assessment and assessment tools for effective assessment of student learning. With regard to self-awareness and values formation, presentations, activities, and discussions done focused on self-awareness, values formation, and professional ethics, which are seen as laying the foundation for teachers and learners' behavior, both at school and in Rwandan society at large. Participants acquired knowledge, skills, and attitudes required to develop personal moral values commensurate with the teacher code of conduct and the advancement of the teaching profession. It is therefore expected that teachers will be able to promote the development of self-awareness skills and personal moral values in learners.